congruency and corresponding sides and angles, but this time we're going to look at the example of our quadrilaterals here. So we won't worry about our triangles. I'll put this over that. We're not going to worry about it. We are now looking at our four-sided shapes. So we've got to imagine that this shape is rotating around to fit that one. So let's have a look at some corresponding vertices, and we can write them all out, okay? And we've got 4 vertices, and we want to figure out which ones work. Sorry, I'll just make this fit in the screen. There we go. Okay, so if we take, it kind of looks like a kite, so I'm going to draw this little line down the middle to make me know exactly what we're doing here. And let's have a look. We start with S, so I'm going to say S corresponds to W, because if I tipped this shape over like that, it would sit over the top perfectly. This just leaves us with P and T, so P corresponds to T. We've got Q corresponds to U, and we are left with R corresponds to V. Okay, now let's worry about some sides. We want to do the vertices, the sides, and the angles. Sorry, I have enough space. All right, we have got sides in pink. So from S to P, traveling in that same direction, from S to P, we have a corresponding side W to T. Is that right? Yep. Right, S to P, W to T. So SP corresponds with side WT. Now let's keep going around our shape. P to Q side will correspond with T to U. We have QR, side QR will correspond to side UV, so UV, and our final side RS will correspond to VW. Alright, so there are our vertices and our sides here, remembering that's the way we write the sides. And what we need to do for our last step is do our angles, and that's often a bit trickier. Just going to get another piece of paper in here and we'll focus on doing those nice and big. Okay. Right, so our shapes we can see, and we need to do angles now. Remembering our angle symbol looks like this. Now if we wanted to do this angle down here, we know where they correspond, but we need to look at the way we write them. So I'm going to start at my Q spot, knowing that that corresponding Q is U, so I'd have to start here. I'm going to go down the long side and back up this one here to get this middle angle. So if I need to do that, I need to say angle QRS. So angle QRS corresponds to an angle in this shape going the same way, UVW, and that will cover us for this angle. So this corresponds to angle UVW. Let's do all 4, let's just do 2 angles. So let's go with this one now, and its corresponding one is over on the other vertex, so U corresponds to Q, so they're going to be the same size. Right, this time we need to go from any other direction, so let's start up here, away from the angle, towards the angle, and then away from the angle again. So we're going T, U, V this time, so angle T, U, V will correspond to, remember we have to start away from the angle, so we're going to start up here and go round in a clockwise direction, P, Q, R. So our angle P, Q, R will correspond to that one. So we could do that for all 4 angles, all 4 sides, and all of our vertices as well. And that's what we can do with all congruent shapes. Remembering that congruent shapes are exactly I spelled that wrong. The same size. Oh my gosh, having enough morning today. And shape. Okay, they are the same size and shape.